And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend Sheep Ludes. It is Tuesday. Hooray, we got new content. New is a very subjective term, straight up, but content nonetheless. So I make these videos every single week, at least for the last 3 weeks, talking about the new packs or super packs that we receive. And you may think it's just recycled content, but really it is a public service announcement to never open these under any circumstances. So we got the Fantastic Forward Super Pack. You know, I am a fan of Technicolored line artwork, okay? That's for sure. Anything with bright colors and lots of random lines, I'm probably down with in some capacity. So I have to say that these are pretty tight. Like, from like a pack perspective, they're cool. But the Fantastic Forwards packs are in no way, shape, or form worth opening at all. I mean, realistically, everyone's going to want Paul George, Giannis, Tracy McGrady, right? But the reality is, you're more likely to get like a Blake Griffin or like a Dominique Wilkins or like a Chris Bosh, if you even pull a Pink Diamond, which is, you know, low on the spectrum regardless, than you are to pull any of those guys. And none of these diamonds or any of the amethysts are worth anything really at this point. So I would say regardless, I know people are going to be tempted with those 6% Pink Diamond odds. I would just say it's not worth it. If you are opening packs, I mean, you're probably better off opening Zen packs, realistically. I don't think you should do either. But if we're talking about, you know, likelihood, I would say it's probably better to open these if you're going to open packs at all, though I think you should avoid it completely. That being said, I mean, there are some changes that were made today that were pretty cool, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Evos. Take a gander over here. We got an Evo for Bruce Bowen, who the 10 steals shouldn't be that hard with Bruce Bowen. He gets steals pretty frequently, and he turns into a very, very, very good small forward shooting guard at this point. He's already really good. One of the better jump shots in the game. He's running about 11,000 on Xbox at the current moment, which you can probably get an Evo one for cheaper, though I would recommend just trying to do the Evo yourself if you're looking for XP. But if you're not and you just want the card, you can get an Evo'd one for actually cheaper than a non-Evo'd one. So, and he would be an excellent complement for anyone's squad. He's very good. Then we got Franz Wagner. You can get Franz Wagner for legitimately 3,000 MT still, just because so many people got him for free during the Moments of the Week challenge that he's not going for anything on the market. And for 3,000 MT, it's a relatively easy Evo regardless. So, I mean, if you don't care about the XP, just buy an Evo'd one. If you do care, just buy an Amethyst for 3,000, Evo him yourself. You can do it relatively quickly. And he legitimately turns into probably the best budget small forward in the game. Like, straight up. I mean, the jump shot is iffy. Some people really like it. Some people really do not. It just kind of depends how you feel about it. I personally think it's good. But then again, I also have games where, from a shooting perspective, like, it's very off. So I guess it kind of just depends how you feel about it. And you'll obviously discover this along your journey of self-discovery while evoing it. So I guess it doesn't really matter. It's whatever. I think it's very acceptable. He has Michael Jordan dribble style, Dame's behind the back. He moves incredibly well. He moves better than really any small forward for this price point. So that's why I would recommend picking him up. Then we got Ori. Ori was one of the budget gods of Season 1, and not much has changed here. He's kind of the exact same. He just gets a little bit better in the paint and on defense. So cool, whatever. He's like 8,800 to buy a non-evoed version. Ruben Patterson is good, but the thing I'll say about Ruben Patterson is, like, I don't like him even more than Bruce Bowen. But Ruben Patterson is way cheaper than Bruce Bowen, so it just kind of depends. Plus, you got to get 15 steals. That sounds like a whole issue. I don't really want to do any of that, so that kind of sucks. But, I mean, the market in general, when it comes to these cards that have come out, we're not really seeing a drop in anyone that wasn't already dropping in general. You know? Like, T-Mac dropped a little bit, but he was already kind of dropped. Like, Hito is super, super cheap. Like, no one's really dropping all that much due to this set, like, at all. Like, maybe Paul George, maybe. But at that point, like, I still don't think it's worth spending 200K on Paul George. Not that Paul George isn't good. He's a good card, but it's just like, I don't think it's worth spending that amount of MT on him, in my opinion. And then there's Giannis, who looks like he's dropping, but there's 42 minutes until he's done, so he'll still probably be over 500K. So I don't necessarily believe, you know, it's worth pulling packs to open him either, you know what I mean? I think I said you know what I mean like 8 times, so I'm pretty sure you guys do in fact know what I mean. It is what it is. It's called a tick. Anyways, We got some other stuff going on today. That's cool, I guess. We got a new Happy Holidays player, and Jerome Kersey, which, I saw people mad about it, but you're like, oh, nobody wants Jerome Kersey. But, like, when are we ever going to get another Jerome Kersey card, He's got Dario Saric release, which if you've used Thunder Dan Marley, is actually a pretty good release. Pretty big player build, too. I mean, 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. He could definitely play the small forward. No corner specialist, and it can't be added, which is hugely annoying. But, I mean, if you give him, like, Claymore, Catch and Shoot, Green Machine, and Volume Shooter, some badges that are relatively cheap, he could definitely come through and play a bench small forward role for sure. He's not going to be the greatest defender. He's like, Jerome Kersey's weird. He's like one of those guys that doesn't really particularly excel in anything. He is kind of fast and can attack the rim. I guess that's what his like selling point would be, but kind of everyone does that at this point. He's fun though. Like for free, if you're trying to do like a strict militant vegan no money spent squad, like he's good. It's just if you really want to do that, it's kind of beyond his ability. I just feel like you can get Franz Wagner for 3K, so what's the point, We also got a new takeover player, and people are really upset or really hyped. It just kind of depends where you fall in the spectrum for Diamond Dwayne Wade, because he is a carbon copy of the Pink Diamond with just a couple left, like Hoff badges that are on gold. So I think it's Bully and Clamp Breaker are the two, which are relatively important, but so here's how it's tough to talk about this because I do like that they're giving us like a pretty elite option as a Tuesday player. Like he's a very good point guard for a Tuesday player, straight up. But the issue I have with this is just because we're reusing assets again already in December. I'm not a huge fan of that personally. I think the card's really good, and it should give no money spent players a very, very solid point guard of which to build around, and it's not the hardest thing to actually go ahead and grind. But my issue is, once again, that we're reusing assets. I just feel like you could have put a player in the game that's like Dwayne Wade for the Tuesday player, and it would have been fine. But, having access to a pretty solid Tuesday player and like a bigger name like Dwayne Wade at that is, inherently never a bad thing. It's just kind of my own personal opinion on it. But you're entitled to your own opinion. If you like it, cool. If you hate it, cool. If you're somewhere in the middle like me, cool as well. It really does not matter. We haven't got any moments. Don't expect to get moments for the next at least 2 weeks, I would say. Like for sure. Like it's not worthwhile. Now looking at these packs, could any of these guys really fall in price? Yeah, some of the non-elite options for sure. That being said, all the diamonds, I don't think any of them are really tight. Giannis would be the one that I would look at because Giannis is still an elite level diamond for sure. Same with Rudy, but Rudy was already pretty cheap. And you can get Giannis for a lot cheaper. So I think Giannis is kind of the biggest beneficiary of this super pack and kind of the only one. Because instead of 50, 60K, what he was going for before, now you're able to get him for under 20, which I think is huge. Like Giannis is really, really good. And obviously you can run them with what I can only describe as the most hellish duo on earth over here, with Chris Middleton, who's gone from about 300K to about 129K. Not really worth picking him up in my opinion, because I feel like power scaling is going to be a little bit done up over the next couple weeks. We already know what we're getting in the Tis the Season packs with MJ, which once again, I'll say I have no idea what they're going to do, being that MJ is the featured player. Like, first off, they went straight Opal, and then they went Diamond Shack. They just skipped Pink Diamond completely, obviously, so that they didn't have to hurt pack sales having the Pink Diamond Shack in there. I want to know what they're going to do when it comes to a player who's already received a deluxe kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Because we got the Silencer set. We have a PD MJ, so are we just going to get like another Diamond and another Amethyst MJ? Is that what's going to happen here? Like, is this Diamond MJ that we're going to get the same as, like, basically this PD MJ? Very possible. And then this Amethyst one essentially be, like, the same as the Diamond one. I don't really know what they're going to do here. I just know it's not really going to be that tight. Same with Curry. Like, I don't really know what we're going to see. Like, is the Amethyst Curry going to basically be Diamond Curry? I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out. That being said, I would recommend selling your Diamond Curry while you still can. Because, like, we don't know what's going to happen. But you might as well get 58K while you still can for him. Same with PD Curry. It's a day one card. Eventually, he's going to be outclassed in some capacity, but that Being said, doesn't look like it's been happening for a while. He's still kind of usable, but we are getting an Opal Curry, which people are going to really, really enjoy. I think, so I haven't had a chance to run Trae Young yet, but I still think that PD Curry might actually be better because PD Curry is like a little bit bigger, you know? So it's whatever. The end result, don't buy these packs. Like, I just, there's no point. Even if you're a pack person, I don't think there's a point to buy these super packs, because especially if you are someone that buys super packs regularly, you probably have a good portion of these players, not even just high tier options, but just the players in general. The Evos are good, but I think overall kind of a dud. But we do get another free card tomorrow, so it is what it is. We do, you know, have the ability to get a free super pack here with the Fantastic Forward stuff. That's cool, I guess. I don't really care all that much, to be honest. Last week I didn't get this done, and it's likely I probably won't get it done this week too, just because I don't feel like getting 15 steals with Ruben Patterson. So, you know, as always, it's been your friend Cheap Loots. I'll be dropping some more content later. I might stream, I might not tonight. I just flew in yesterday, dude, and I'm still like wiped. I know it was only like a short flight, but I don't know, something about airports, bro, just kind of sucked the life out of me, straight up. Also, I flew on like the most tiny, rickety ass plane back, dude. It was so sketch. Like, think Spirit, but like less maintained, you know? So shout out to United, I guess. Trash bags. As always, I'll be back later. Peace.